And now for the main event from the USA. Bomb Squad! Deonte, the Bronze Bomber, ladies and gentlemen, Wilder, taking on Joseph Parker, who is a solid opponent, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not familiar with Parker, 33-3. He's been in there with the best. He's been in there with Derek Chisora twice, who he beat twice. He did lose to Joshua and Dylan White. And an unexpected loss to Joe Joyce, who I thought was probably the future of the heavyweight division. But Joyce is having his issues with Zong. I think that was a bad fight from his people, putting him in there with Zong. And Joe Joyce, who knows what's up with him. But listen, guys, Parker is a solid boxer, and this was a very dangerous fight, in my opinion. I took Parker to win this fight as a huge underdog. If you're not familiar with Wilder, guys, he's got literally the best knockout ratio in heavyweight history, right? A lot of people consider him the best knockout artist ever. Mike Tyson's up there, but the reality here is Wilder has 43 wins, 42 coming by knockout, and 37 of them in 3 rounds or less. So it's hard to argue that Wilder isn't the best knockout artist in heavyweight boxing history or boxing history, period. But he hasn't fought in a long time, guys. I think this is a dangerous fight. I thought Wilder should have had at least 2 to 3 tune-up fights. And the boxing community is in an uproar, ladies and gentlemen, because they feel that Tyson Fury ruined this man's career single-handedly. First off, let's take a look at the robbery, the first fight. Wilder put this man down twice, and he walks away with a draw. Are you serious, guys? A draw? That was a robbery. And if you're not familiar with boxing and you don't know what happened, Tyson Fury got caught cheating red-handed, and the boxing commission did nothing about it. His gloves were not padded, ladies and gentlemen. His gloves were literally exposed. HD live pay-per-view. His gloves were hanging off of his wrist. He's literally just pounding Wilder in the head with unpadded gloves. And if you don't know why that's important, all gloves, depending on what the contract for the bout is, all gloves, they're padded. They're rated by ounces. When there's no padding in that gloves, it's like literally hitting someone with your bare fists. You can literally do a lot of damage. And Tyson Fury got caught cheating. And I just feel the boxing commission, they didn't really want to open that can of worms. I mean, Wilder put up a little bit of a fight, but all of the, nowadays in this YouTube era, this social media era, they can literally solve a case in a matter of days, right? We take a look at all these crimes that are being solved by YouTubers. Listen, guys, the boxing commission, in my opinion, they didn't want to make a big fuss about this because they knew it would destroy boxing. I mean, what are you going to do now? You have literally the heavyweight champion of the world cheating, caught cheating. And for people that think this isn't possible, take a look at Margarito. This guy literally fought 3 to 4 fights with illegal wraps. Now, depending on the side you're on, if you're on the A side, you can get this stuff, you can get it done, okay? You can, whatever your goal is in terms of cheating, if you're on the A side, people will look the other eye. It's all about the Benjamins, baby. And the reality here is Sugar Shane Mosley put an end to Margarito and his cheating with illegal wraps. So basically, Margarito did what Fury did. He was entering these fights with illegal wraps, literally punching people with his fists, basically, right? And the reality here is a lot of people will say, okay, well, what about the judges? They're supposed to inspect the wraps and the gloves. Of course they are. That's the point, right? It's supposed to be a fair match, but it doesn't happen. And there's a lot of cheating that goes on behind the scenes. In the boxing world, we all know deep down Tyson Fury's a cheater. I think, look, he's good. If you're battling addiction, if you're trying to overcome obstacles in your life, he's a good motivational speaker. When it comes to boxing, he's a downright cheater. And this, ladies and gentlemen, was an amazing ring entrance. And this was the most action you had watching this fight, was the ring entrance. But going back to the Fury fight, when Wilder came into the match with a 30-pound costume, and he said he was exhausted and tired the first fight, but still, I thought he won the fight. Two knockdowns, that's enough to win the fight, guys. The rest literally said he didn't win more than 3 rounds after that, and I think that's a crock of you-know-what. But nonetheless, guys, Joseph Parker, a solid opponent. He literally just outboxed Deontay Wilder, who just started boxing. I mean, he didn't grow up boxing much like Anthony Joshua, and a lot of people have criticized Wilder for not putting the right people around him. Mayweather offered to train Wilder, and he declined it, guys. And Joseph Parker upsets Deontay Wilder. All he did was just out jab him. He landed literally of the 255 punches thrown, 89, 60 were power punches, and all he did was just mix it up top and go to the body. And Wilder, sometimes he's a little flat-footed. He's very athletic and explosive, but if you close the distance on him, he's not good at holding. You know, he's very amateurish in a lot of the basic things that heavyweights have to do to be successful. Like his holding is horrible. You can literally beat Wilder on the inside, take away his range and his power, and he can't do nothing. And look, Wilder threw 204 punches and only landed 39. This was sad to watch, guys. Joseph Parker wins this by unanimous decision as a huge underdog. I took Parker to win this fight, and I don't really have anything bad to say about Wilder. I think he's a great man. If you're not familiar with his story, I mean, listen, guys, this guy's daughter had a severe illness, and to pay for her doctor bills, he got a job at Burger King and Wendy's, working literally 70 to 80 hours a week to pay for her medical expenses. He's a real man, and I just think he lost his fire. He said in the post-match interview after losing this fight that he's going to assess his career. If he decides to walk away, he's made a lot of money, but we can all see he doesn't have the fire anymore. He said in the post-match interview he's a happy man. A heavyweight champ shouldn't be speaking like that. You should walk into that ring just prepared to just literally go out on a stretcher and die if you have to. And he doesn't have that eye of the tiger he once had. And we've seen this happen to some of the best. You make some money, you know, your life improves, and you just lose the passion. I think Wilder lost the passion. I think he rushed into this fight. Bad management, bad advising. And the reality here is he should have took Mayweather's offer to train him, because he's still lacking core fundamentals. I think his jab needs to improve. His cross behind the jab needs to improve. He needs to work on his holding when he does get tied up, you know, because literally he doesn't know how to hold. And I think he's, you know, guys, sad day. Deontay Wilder loses. I'm not sure what else to say. It's just this was a bad fight. Parker's just way too skilled, way too experienced. But nonetheless, the Bronze Bomber, ladies and gentlemen, is he done? A lot of people think he should hang it up. And look, I respect him. I've met him several times outside the ring. Even with an entourage, he's always stopped and signed gloves and took pictures. I think he's a classy man. He's a great guy. He's a great human being. He's a great role model. But it's probably time to hang it up. He doesn't have the passion. He really didn't go in there and try to finish Parker. And, you know, like he said, he in the interview, he made a lot of money. And if he walks away, he's a happy man. So thanks for all the memories. 43 wins, 42 knockouts. I think we've seen the last of Deontay Wilder, guys. Enjoy your weekend. Happy holidays.